guess since nobody's asked, I'll just do it. I'll just do the charity crypto TA, and we'll kind of fly through some technical analysis with regards to Ethereum here and the other ones. Okay, so quick technical analysis for my friends, everybody out there in the world. Thanks so much for joining me. My name's Rocky Outcrop. We're going to quickly fly through 3 cryptocurrencies here: Ethereum, Tezos, and Chainlink. We're going to be doing all 3 of them, coming up with targets and risk management zones, all of that, super fast fire, the whole thing done within 8 minutes. Actually, let's just get up a timer. Let's just get a timer on the old googly bobs over here, and we'll say that this whole thing will be done in 8 minutes, right? No more than 8 minutes. Let's start the timer and off we go. Okay, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to sacrifice some time just to run the intro credits. Oh my god, how blasé. Are you gonna be able to do this, Rocky? Are you gonna be able to do it? I wonder. Hit like if you like anything in the world. If you like anything in the world, you know, if you like ice cream, hit the like button. We like ice cream on the channel here too. We saw the lows that came in, got this massive wick on them at this region. We did get, of course, continuation down the way with regards to the Ethereum prices here, and actually came down as low as one of our previous support and resistance areas, and then flew off towards the top side. And we know then that there's a good chance that we're in a nice Fibonacci retracement area here, such as the 1618. Let's take a quick look here and see where we are. Okay, we didn't quite make it to it, so we have an upper side target that we're looking for. Now this is of course your greedy target, but let's just be honest, that's what we're looking at. And then if we did see a pullback, where's our risk management zone on this one? Well, as you know, if we look from that low to the highs, and maybe it's a bit painful and that kind of opens up a lot of risk for us to be kind of managing it at this area, but that would be where you would maybe be looking at in terms of this. Maybe no, it has to be there, I'm afraid. So this is your zone, and this is the range that we're at, leaving us kind of in the middle of a range. What I really want to see happen overall is for us to be able to get a rebuy in there at the 2600 level to kind of profit at 3 grand more or less, you know, taking some along the way at 2900. So I'm just going to throw this out here as being your best long position as a kind of hopeful scenario for us, managing risk like so, taking profit in here at that high, coming in with a nice 2.5 to 1, can't be sniffed at overall. That would be the best of outcomes if we see a retrace from here and manage to move on the way up the way afterwards. However, a couple of little things maybe worth pointing out, you know, just let me just kind of look at this and say very much approaching up the way in a, you know, okay, like no, I'm not going for any sort of pattern analysis there. That's too steep and everything else to really talk about. Yeah, okay, that's cool. So we'll just go with that. Let's just see as well with regards to this high. Yeah, we did have a bit of bearish divergence there. We could get that confirmed if we break that, so that's a good area. So that confirms the trade that we're looking at there. In general, we are getting a little bit of a turnaround here at the 30 point. If we break that zone, this would be like a regular head and shoulder on the DMI. We'd be pushing past down the ADX, and that would lose its strength of upward momentum at that point, and that would be not worth keeping. Yeah, so that ties in with the trade. So obviously the better trades were the other day when you got to take advantage of all of this upward momentum. At the minute, we're seeing the momentum dry up just a wee tad, and then of course if we push on up the way, then we could be going towards this profit taking target, which begs the last question then, Rocky. What if you were to trade it from the very price point that we're at the minute? Well, laking a look at the laces, ladies. What we're saying here is that if this low just here turns out to be hidden bullish divergence in this little period of time that we're at right here right now, we could be looking up towards that higher target, and then this is your lower risk, your lower risk. Wait, who are you talking about? This is your fairly low risk profit and trade from this region. If you're looking for a 5 to 1, it's on. If we manage to beat the 50 simple period moving average, managing your risk in it around about that 200 simple. So what we're saying is, and you can look at that up on your own charts, you're talking about getting in it around about the sort of 277777 in region where we are just now, but then stopping it around about 2740 if we actually push down past that zone, with a mind to taking profit in around 2900. And that would be the short-termism view for you. Likewise, you can flip, reverse it if you put on a short with a mind to breaking the 200 and managing your risk at that 50 simple. It would be the same thing, but flip, reverse. Right, great, excellent. Bing. I'll have to remember to put a chapter in at this point, if I can, in the description, because we're moving on to take a look at the next one I suggested. Okay, so I said I'd take a look at Tezos next. Tezos, it wants to kill Ethereum, I guess you could say. So let's see what are its chances of doing so in the next couple of days. No, right. So we have highs in here recently. Just this isn't lined up perfectly. Let me just line up perfectly. And then we came down towards the 618 with that retrace down the way. Okay, now we've moved back up. How well have we done? And we've done this comparison on the channel 1,000 times, but it's nice just to get the 3 fibs out of the way so you can see if we have that we broke past the 236 in there at 485, where you're finding at around about $5 as well. That 50 simple moving average here on the 4-hour time frame is residing, and this is in the face of a death cross, which only happened after the impulse down the way, and we're looking at actually kind of converting this one fairly quickly into a golden cross if we can push past our next areas. What are they? Well, the 50% would take you beyond the 200 simple, which is in around about 568, so that's not enough of a move really at the minute to trade from here to there. But we're next target up there at 586. Maybe that 30 cent move is enough for you. We would be hoping to see the prices actually make it all the way up towards 638 really for that golden pocket retrace. But we need to remember that this is speculative at the minute based off the back of the valid Fibonacci past 489, and we need to see certain things maintain their structure for us to not be pulling back the way. So we'll just kind of get that next one in here, the fib number 3 that we like to do from time to time on the channel, and confirm with us then that 527 would be our risk management zone for just here and now, and that seems a little bit kind of like not great. In fact, that's probably your best entry area instead, managing your risk in that 50 simple. So I'll be looking to, I suppose here, if I was to be trading this, I guess here with that in mind, would be a move along these sorts of lines coming in for some of our targets. Now we can also bear in mind the 618 in there at 638. We can also look at the 236 on the bigger term target and say, well, yeah, taking profits anywhere between the $6 region and 630 region is fantastic, giving you somewhere between what is that? What does that say there? It's hard to read it. 3.3 to 1, the 2.5 to 1 risk to reward move up here, managing your risk without saying that if we break $5, you're not interested in staying in the trade, with an entry in at around about 530-ish zone, hoping to see, you know, some positive momentum as we capture that, as opposed to continuation, because that would be a lower high if that were to be continuation towards the downside, putting in a sort of high, low, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, etc. And you'd be looking down towards not only the 618, but potentially even something along the lines of 350 or $3 where your next move's down. And you don't want to be taking part in that sort of madness, and this is your best trade in the here's and now's. Of course, beyond this, there's other targets, and let's not beat about the bush too much. You know, let's remember, like I said as well, the 618. But if we go on past this and we're looking up towards our highs, then where do we have those targets at? And it's up here towards $8.60 up to $9.93, and that's the zone that we're looking to at the meantime. As we saw the video we put out a couple of days ago, that's where you're looking to. Perhaps you got in here at $5 then, and you're already doing what we just spoke about. Now, yes, wow, great. The moment you Chainlink Marines, hoo-ha, have been waiting for. There's the Chainlink TA. Can you, so are we learning anything? We're kind of seeing a couple of things happening. Maybe we've learned some lessons here throughout this TA. We've certainly got some price targets and some trade setups, and that's pretty tasty to begin with, giving us, you know, better than just the whole FOMO buy it right here, right now, get in on the move type TA, and instead looking at a realistic regions for pullbacks, etc. Is that doable here with regards to the Chainlink pricing? And I've been wondering, oh, that we're out of time. Okay, so this has to just be super quick. Be wondering about this. Maybe we see a retest of these zones down below where we had this with this potential pattern for us, whether you're calling it a channel or you're calling it some sort of bump and run type pattern or whatever. And I'm looking down into this region and saying that $34 is probably going to be the best area if we do see a retrace from this zone. Hopefully, you know, not pushing on beyond that, because if I look at this, really $36 is going to be that sort of that 21 or the 18 EMA zone, etc. And we're looking down here and saying that you'd be going down for a full 618 retrace, etc. if you come down, or a 50% retrace if you're going for that 34. But that would be where I'd be looking to, and I'm still looking to try and take advantage of any sort of measured move with a potential target taking us up as high as these sort of $44, $45 regions and where we had a previous high, which gives us, in terms of this measured move type capabilities right here, right now, what we'd be looking at and saying that the best trade, if we're going to get one over the next wee while, that doesn't involve being greedy is looking at something along these sorts of lines. Either you're getting in at around about 36 with a view to taking profit at about 44 or 40, and I'd actually say anywhere between 40 and 44, where you're looking at anywhere between a 2-to-1 and a 3-to-1 risk to reward move on that one. But actually, if you were to get in at a better price point, it would be somewhere more down towards the 34, 35 region. You'll be able to manage your risk easily enough at 33 region or so, taking profits at about 44 at that time means you're getting a 5-to-1 risk to reward, and it's up to you what you want to do, because the next move beyond that, and whatever way you combine it together, you're looking at decent risk to rewards, because our next profit taking target comes in at 54. Okay, nice one. That'll do then. Link didn't get as much of a look in as the other ones, but hopefully you liked it, and that's enough to hit like. I mean, that would be sweet, wouldn't it? I'd appreciate it.